Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, collectors of all ages, welcome to Aussieverse. And we are here because we have been absolutely honoured with the month of March from Omnibuds Cafe at being the Youtubers for the month of March.
Yeah, baby!
How good's that?
So as we just said in that intro, we are very honoured, very proud, very excited to be the YouTubers of the month of March with Omnibuds Cafe. If you are not sure who Omnibuds Cafe is, go to Facebook and check out the group. It is an absolutely fantastic group. They have very, very welcoming to people that are there, very good to newbies as well, very good to old timers as well. They cater for every single audience that is in there. They are about collected editions, especially omnibuses, hence the name Omnibuds. That is enough of that. Let's get into the questions that they've got for us. OmniBeau right here, joined by my partners, as always, SingleIssue Steve and Sharif. Sharif, go through your questions. Or should we do it each?
A question each?
Question
and then
each?
we'll go down the list. Yeah.
All right, let's do it. So, your top five heroes,
I reckon.
Sharif.
So mine's my number one. Definitely Superman. And then the rest of the four typical members of the Justice League: Green Lantern. Hey. Somehow Batman's not on my list though. Don't prime me for that. But I'm just gonna keep it at three. Villains. Sinestro, Lex. Oh damn, tough one. Pass. I'll give you five.
I thought you had these written down, ready to go.
No, nah. We're just winging it.
You're already stealing the video, bro. SingleIssue Steve, take it away.
Thank you, mate. Hello, everybody. Okay, for me, number one hero, my favourite of all time, the greatest of all, the Green Lanterns, Hal Jordan. Those of you who have watched Aussieverse know I'm a bit of a Green Lantern nut. So anyway, this picture behind me, that sort of stuff. Number two for me, Superman. Number three, funnily enough, another Green Lantern. I'm going to go with John Stewart. I didn't exactly grow up watching the Justice League cartoon because I was a little bit older, well, quite old actually. You can tell by the grey beard, but I did enjoy watching it anyway. It's very, very, very good series. So John Stewart's my three, Batman at four, and Flash at number five for me. So obviously DC fans, so they're all DC heroes.
Villains?
What about you, mate?
No, you go villains first.
Oh, villains. All right, top five villains. Sinestro, no surprise. Joker. What else were we doing? Lex Luthor, Brainiac, and Darkseid.
Cool. So I'm not a weirdo like these two. I like Marvel. So my top five. Look, I mean, it's easy to say Spider-Man because he is the greatest of all time. But if you can't tell by what I'm wearing, my favorite superhero of all time is the greatest, best superhero that's ever existed, Scarlet Spider. You think I'm wrong? Come fight me. Number two would be Venom. Yes. He's not a villain anymore. He is an absolute hero. He's pretty much joined the Avengers in the past run. You don't agree with that one? See answer number one. Number three is Punisher because, hey, man, I love Punisher. Number four is Daredevil. And number five is the God of Thunder, Thor. That's my top five heroes for OmniBeau. Villains are the greatest villain of all time is definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, Dr. Doom. Number two, I don't know if I was allowed to say this one because he's only been used once, but I'm going to say it anyway because I loved him, and that is the God of Symbiotes, Null. Number three is Harry Osborn as the Green Goblin, not Norman Osborn. That's right. I loved Harry Osborn as the Green Goblin because it made a lot more of a better dynamic between Spider-Man and Green Goblin, a lot more personal back in the day. Number 4 is Dr. Octopus, because ever since I read the Web of Life, Web of Death story that was in the old 90s Clone Saga, and Dr. Octopus found out Spider-Man's identity, that showed a whole new level to Dr. Octopus that I didn't see coming, and it made me love the guy ever since. And last but not least, the 5th best villain in the world is Bullseye. He is an absolute nutcase, and every time he rocks up, you know that the poop is going to hit the fan. Next question is a run in omnibus format you could never sell. I do have to have a disclaimer here that Single Issue Steve is actually not an omnibus collector. He does have collected editions predominantly over single issues, I think. Maybe that's why his name's Single Issue Steve.
Shut up. Shut up. You're going to get me kicked out.
But he's not the biggest omnibuses guy. So some of these answers are going to have to be tailored a little differently for Steve. So a run that you could never sell. Steve.
That's easy. So for me, they say the Bible is the greatest story ever told. Well, the one I like is a very, very close second, and that is The Blackest Night, possibly one of the greatest storylines in comic book history. So if you enjoy the Bible, check out Blackest Night.
Sharif.
Not related, but good stories.
Mine would be the whole run of Invincible. But in saying that, I started my collection of Invincibles with the Ultimate Collection, the OHGs, all 12 volumes. But then I did sell it, but I bought it back in the hardcover compendiums just so that I could make my 3 customs, and all 6 books are on my shelf looking pretty.
I got to admit, I'm going to be boring here because I think you've already worked it out. The omnibuses that I would never sell. If there was a fire, I don't know what I'd choose first, whether it's my partner or the books, and that is the Clone Saga. That is right. All 4 of those omnibuses, I can't live without, and there is no way I would ever sell those. Third question. What are our goals for 2024 in our YouTube and comic world? Sharif, go for it.
Mine is a little more of the same. I'm still gonna pump up those custom books. I am gonna do probably a few more reviews. And oh shoot, there's this one more right at the tip of my tongue. But what I personal targets for the year is to read faster than what I buy, because a lot of these books are still sealed, and I've got them on the shelf for the longest time. So that's my 2024.
Steve.
All right, for me, I'd like us to. Well, we're going to diversify a little bit with the stuff we're doing on the channel. So we're actually going to start doing some music content as well, which I'm very excited about because I'm not a muso. I love music though, especially heavy metal stuff. So I'm going to do a little bit more of that. I'm looking forward to seeing some more of Sharif's awesome customs that he does, because the work is just absolutely sublime. So make sure you stay tuned to our channel and have a look at some of those. Also looking forward to attending a few more cons and things, and maybe if you guys who are overseas, actually showing you what some of the cons and things are like down here in Australia. We'll take some footage, maybe interview a few people, and upload some content for you guys to check out.
Sweet. Bad Wolf Comics, I'm looking at you, brother. If you think your customs are good, which they are, don't get me wrong, I'm just playing around. Sharif has some absolutely amazing customs. Go check out the playlist on our YouTube channel. For me, my goals are, after seeing Omar's 2024 out-of-print reprint poll that we can all vote for, I realised there's only 11 omnibuses that I need. So my goal is to get those 11 omnibuses that are out of print. So hopefully by the 2025 poll, I don't need any reprints whatsoever, and I'll have every single Marvel omnibus that's ever existed. It can happen. Next
huge.
one is
that is huge.
Yeah, well, I'm not far, man. I've nearly got every Marvel omnibus that's ever happened, you know. Next one is to record a freaking room tour, man, because I've got one, but it's so old and the room has changed so much. So if you want to have a little clue as to what I've got, go check out the old room tour on Aussieverse, but there is a new one coming up. The biggest goal, I think, for the channel is to get to 1,000 subscribers, man. We've been doing this for 2 years and we're not there yet. And I don't understand why, because, you know, I think we do a good job and maybe we're doing something wrong. I don't know. If we are, please let us know. And that reminds me that if we are doing something wrong and you want to let us know, we have very thick skins. So go tell us on Instagram _Aussieverse. Where you can also check out our Facebook at Aussieverse for Life, and also the TikTok at Aussieverse, where we try to upload as much as we can. And I guess the last thing is to get merch made, because we have some great designs coming up and we just haven't bit the bullet yet and got that merch made. So hopefully we all stop being a little lazy in that field and we get that stuff done. No one will buy it, but that's cool. We'll have great shirts and that's all that matters. Now, what is the most wanted omnibus that has never been made, Sharif?
Well, mine's not so much of an omnibus. It used to be. It used to be on my list.
The question is, what's an omnibus that you want to get made that hasn't been made?
What I wanted 2 years ago, I custom made it. So I've got it. And funnily enough, a couple of weeks back, it got announced. And a couple of issues are missing, so I'm not gonna double dip. I'm just gonna keep mine. That's it. No, that's flip it around. It's DC versus Marvel.
No, it should be Marvel versus DC though. They named it wrong. They named it wrong.
Alphabetical, Nackers.
Steve, what is your most for you? We won't say omnibus, even though Sharif failed the answer again. We'll go with you and say what is your most collected edition that you want?
Well,
it's never been made.
So I'll just I'll just go on record and say I do have an omnibus, like one, literally one. So I guess I'm okay to be part of this group. Yeah, that's a really good question. Do you know what? I was actually thinking about this a couple of weeks ago, and I haven't spoken to him yet, but I'd like to get some copies of it. I'm not sure which Green Lantern run it is yet, but I would like to ask my friend Sharif if he could actually put one together for me, a custom one. I'll pay for it, of course. But I would be really awesome and privileged to actually have one of Sharif's works on my shelf. So that would be whatever run it might be.
What's the run?
Look, I wouldn't mind actually doing one of the new ones, like Green Lanterns, the one with Simon Baz and Jessica Cruz in it. That was a good run. So, Sharif, you and I, we'll talk, mate.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
For my answer, it is the classic spectacular Spider-Man run that includes The Child Within and a few of that era. That also definitely includes Spectacular Spider-Man 200, which is my favorite issue of all time. I need that in an omnibus format, man. That is some of the best Spider-Man stuff ever. And that we don't have it in an omnibus yet is absolutely killing me. So hopefully we get that one day. I don't know what they'd call it. I don't know how big it would be. It would probably need to be a couple of Omnis, but we're going to get that. Sharif, you look like you're going to say something.
Just going to jump in. Red Lanterns. That's it. Next question.
Red Lanterns. Okay. Last two questions. What is our top whale that we haven't harpooned yet? For me, it is Thor, Heroes Return Volume 2. Not because it's a great book, just because I can't get it anywhere. Sharif.
Well, I've got two. One is the complete phonogram.
It's one answer. Don't you guys know how questions work?
The complete phonogram and God Hates Astronauts. 2 image books.
All right, Steve.
God, I've got to be quick if that's how you're going to treat him. For me, I would one day love to complete my Eagle Moss DC collection. I know they're out of print and I know the company's gone under, but every now and again there's a gem that pops up on eBay which might help me complete my collection. So that's my whale.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And the very last question of this March 2024 YouTubers of the Month, courtesy of Omnibuds, is: what has your experience been like in the group so far? For me personally, I am very, very happy with the group because I've created our own Australian version of Omnibuds Cafe a few years ago. And the goal of that was to have a group that was all about respect, all about being friendly, which you don't see on the internet and Facebook very often. It's always collectors versus collectors and people fighting each other and saying, that shouldn't be priced that way and that shouldn't be done that way. And you're wrong that you think Marvel is better than DC, even though I'm right. And they just argue about it all the time. And I'm very proud to say that in Omnibuds Cafe, I have not seen any bull crap in there. It has just been absolute collectors backing up collectors, helping each other out, and engaging in conversation that is absolutely top notch and very, very friendly. There's nothing more you could ask for in a Facebook group. And if that's the way it's going to be, then I'm going to be around for a very long time. Sharif.
I've been with Omnibus for I think a little over a year now. I've had some dealings with the members in terms of sales. I have never had a bad sale. The members that, like I said, well, they are just the best. All of the discussions and even the arguments, very civil. I don't know. It's just good vibes all around. And Sal and Kevin, they're doing a good job moderating the group. Yeah.
Fantastic. Now, we are going to go to SingleIssue Steve now with his answer because he's going to give an in-depth, very specific answer as to what he feels is the Omnibuds group because he hasn't even joined it yet. So, Steve, how's your experience been?
It's been quiet. But as someone who only has one Omni, and look, I would love to get some Omnis in the future. I certainly will be purchasing some in the near future. My wife can't hear me, that's okay. I'm looking forward to joining the group actually because I've been in the Australian group for a little while as well, and I found out that there's some really amazing people in that group. So if Omnibuds is anything like the Aussie one that we're in, I'm looking forward to being part of that community and the knowledge and things that people share, because I'm not a long-time collector and I'm only a collector of a small section of the whole comic book universe. No doubt I'll be able to get some great information. So I will join. I guarantee you, I will join.
And that is our overtime video. This is only meant to be 5-10 minutes, so I deeply, deeply apologise.
Oh, shit.
We will now take it away with just saying, last and not least, as we do say on the end of every video, Sharif, Steve, what is Aussieverse?
For life.
For life, that's right. We'll catch you next time. Thank you very much, Omnibuds Cafe, for choosing Aussieverse as their YouTubers of the month for March. We are very, very honoured, very, very happy, and we couldn't have done it without you. Yeah, that'll do. Thank you very much. See you next time.